Sacramento. Camping. Free throw. Chicken blood.
Fresh off a couple of vacations. Feeling nice.
Feels weird to be back.
Feels weird to be back in the
weeks.
old... What is this? Called a man cave? What is this?
More like a dungeon.
A daddy cave.
Daddy cave.
That sounds illegal.
There's not enough leather in here, though. These gloves don't make up enough leather.
No, I need this. I need some pants. I'm going to need some chaps and a whip.
We need to buy a couple cows.
If this is going to be a fucking daddy cave, the whole place got to smell like some leather.
That's right.
Hey, I have a quick question for you and Zach. You guys know what a Borg is? Because I just learned about this.
I know what a cyborg is.
You know what a cyborg is, but just a Borg.
No.
Oh.
That means Star Trek.
God damn it! And now I'm forgetting what it stands for. Belligerent something rage gallon. Damn it! I gotta look it up. It's an acronym for something.
You just asked us a question. You don't know the answer.
I do know.
Yes.
I do know what it is. Oh, blackout rage gallon.
What?
Blackout rage gallon?
So this is what people are doing now. The younger kids, the lads,
the new generation.
They're making basically jungle juice, and then they just walk around parties with it in a gallon of milk carton, and then that's what they drink out of.
They drink the whole thing, then they black out.
That'd be
and
a
then
bad
go into
idea.
a rage.
It sounds like a really bad idea. Also sounds like something I would have done.
Sounds like King Kong just getting hammered and destroying the city.
Or you had the friends that would show up to parties and they'd be drinking jungle juice out of a gasoline can. You had those people? I had a lot of those in college.
No.
Just
Idaho's a weird place.
Yeah.
I thought we did weird shit, but apparently not.
Blackout rage gallon. It's all the craze, everyone.
All right.
How was your vacation? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I was up by Priest Lake.
Out there. Not fishing. Covered that. You don't like it. Not a big fan.
My son wanted to fish, so we took a couple times. But the whole time, I'm like, you sure you don't want to go do something else? He's like, no, I want to catch a fish. I'm like, probably not gonna.
Yeah. You've been trying, buddy. I'm having a lot of fun getting your fucking fishing lure out of the seaweed every time you cast it. But
I remember when I'd go with my dad, he would just be like, I'd be just waiting for him to go, what do you think? Is that about it? So now I was doing the same thing with my son who wanted to be there. I'm like, what do you think? What do you think?
Man,
I'm feeling swimming or something.
Man, I'm feeling exhausted.
I'll do anything else.
You know what's more fun than catching a fish? Being a fish. Let's go swimming.
Let's go swimming.
Let's get out there, buddy.
Because it was hot just standing in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, noon isn't a good time to go fishing. Sorry.
Hopefully a little relaxing for you. Yeah.
Here's the thing. It was real relaxing. And then I got back here and then I'm driving here. And guess what?
What?
Traffic.
Oh, yeah. Big fan?
I was relaxed for 10 days, came back fuming when I got here.
Immediately. Yeah, it happens.
4 lanes. They're all going the same speed.
Yeah. Classic. Fucking classic.
You know where that doesn't happen?
Out at Priest Lake.
Camping.
Yeah. They're not out there.
No.
No, there's no traffic jams with fish and lawn chairs, is there? No.
What? Sorry, real quick. In the middle of the night, one night, so we had some friends up there. I smoked a little bit.
Hey.
And got a little high.
Nice.
And we get back to our campsite, and his wife, and their kids, they come rolling over to our site, and they're like, "There's a semi stuck in the street."
What?
And I'm like,
I was hoping you say in the trees.
I'm like, I'm fucking high, but this is a joke, right? And they're just like, no. They're all laughing, and they're like, "There's a semi in the path, like in the a campsite has windy roads."
Sure does.
I'm like, I know I'm high, but this is fun.
What are you doing?
Like, this is a lie. I thought it was a prank. I was waiting for Keanu Reeves, whatever the hell his name is.
Not Keanu Reeves.
Christian Leitner.
No, Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. I was waiting for him to come out.
Waiting for fucking Michael Fox.
Michael Irvin.
Tony Danza.
Waiting for Tony Danza.
In his tap dance extravaganza to come out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, fine, I'll bite. And we walk over there. A giant semi
stuck in the road.
Is stuck, not in a road. It's like it's a path.
Oh, gotcha. So you just can't go.
It was a guy that took the wrong turn and got stuck in trees in a path by the bathrooms at a campsite.
Whoops.
A giant semi.
How do you get out?
Well, I got pictures and everything.
Nice.
But it was dark.
Those packages are going to be late.
But then that night at like 2:00 in the morning till about 4, I could just hear their brakes going. It was like Austin Powers trying to when he's turning around, but it was a giant semi in a campsite. That's
Pitch
funny.
black. That's really funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't wait to fucking see the pictures.
Yeah.
I was hoping you're like, and then before I knew it, I was driving this fucking
Yeah,
semi
now
truck.
I'm driving the truck.
How high were you? Real high.
Pretty high.
I had a vacation too, but I'm actually going to talk about it more here when we do the what are you thinking about?
Oh, okay.
So we'll cover that in a bit. We had an email sent in.
Did we?
Yeah, you want to give it a ride?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right.
This is a little message from our daughter Krista.
Okay.
Hey, Goose Daddies. I don't know why that just sounds hot. I have proof guys will fuck anything, especially on deployment.
Oh, I bet.
I've heard stories of the men in one of my divisions on a boat sharing a single pocket pussy amongst all 8 of them. Oh, my God. And watched a group of submariners make what they call a mussy?
A mussy, I think?
M-U-S-S-Y? A.K.A. a pocket pussy made from a monster can. And a trash bag while forming a plan to mass produce and sell them. Hope Brian reads this.
Well,
You're
it says-
anonymous and hitching. What?
It says, "Hope Brian reads this."
Yeah.
Okay.
Your anonymous and head shaking daughter. Isn't that funny? Like, dude,
Mussy?
this is such a good idea. We should mass produce this.
Wait, how did you get HPV again? Was fucking a mussy?
What kind of
Is that like a gangbang? No, I was fucking a monster can that I put a trash bag in. Me and my bros were like super horny.
I'm sorry, my wiener would not go near an aluminum can.
Even with the trash bag over it?
Yeah, the trash.
I'm guessing they rolled the sharp parts down.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, never mind. Let's do it. Let's fuck this thing. Fuck this mussy. How gross is that?
What's wrong with just jerking off?
I don't know. I guess you're that bored. That bored. Your hand is not doing it anymore, and now you want to fuck a Monster Energy drink can.
So are they all doing this like in the same room, or they
sure.
grab? You're like, Jeff is done, and he walks back, and he's like, all done, and Steve's like, my turn, and
Yep.
then
They draw straws.
And do they keep the jizz in there for lube or what?
I don't know.
Could you
man.
imagine fucking a monster can with someone else's jizz in there for lube?
I mean, I can imagine it. I can't imagine doing it. I'd watch.
Oh yeah, I'd watch.
Yeah, for sure.
I watch just waiting for someone to cut their dick,
I just, yeah.
Cut their femoral artery or whatever
Yeah.
it is in LA.
Just on standby with Band-Aids.
slice their balls, whatever.
I want you to come. I don't want you to bleed out. I'm here for you, Steve.
You have your little to go
First aid kit?
waiting for someone to slice their dick open.
Got the gauze and tape out. Like, be careful. Be safe.
Be safe.
Safe sex. Remember, guys, when you're fucking the mussy, things can get messy. What do I always say?
Messy mussy?
What do I always say? Do you have to say it? Yes, everybody say it. When you're fucking the mussy, things can get messy. That's right. Now, everyone, here.
Now go. Here you go.
Now, here, take some water. Stay hydrated.
What do we always say?
Oh, God.
Repeat
it. Say it.
Repeat it all together.
As soon as we stop saying it, something bad's going to happen. You know that. Fine. All right, you ready to get this show rolling?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Zach!
Hey, shut up! Start the show already!
This one's a little diff.
Yeah.
Little diff than what we normally
I like
do.
a little diff.
Me too. And it was sent in by our son Dylan or daughter Dylan. I guess that Dylan name goes both ways. If
Hope she goes both ways.
Yeah. If you were randomly dropped into a pro sporting event, which would you choose to do? Shoot a free throw, kick a penalty kick a 25-yard field goal, or drain a 6-foot putt? However, if you miss, you are shunned by society for the remainder of your life.
Remember, if you fuck up, we all hate you.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
This is an easy one for me.
It's easy?
Yeah.
Which one would you guys
Free
pick?
throw.
Free throw.
Okay, free throws there.
I'm not gonna like. I can shoot a free throw. I was in school. I was the guy that they like when we were playing the game. If we were running, you're like, we needed someone to go up and hit this free throw.
Hit 2 of them and stop the
Yeah.
suicides or whatever they called them.
Exactly.
Yep.
I was that guy.
Yep. Initially went in with that free throw,
That was 25 years ago, though.
but have you ever been in a super high pressure free throw situation?
Yeah,
It fucking sucks.
it does.
Like, I've come out successfully once, I think, and probably 3 times. Where like the game was on like the fucking line, and I had to make both of them, and I did. The other times I just missed them.
That's
And
about my ratio.
Yeah, like pretty good free throw shooter. But when it comes down to it, it's one of the scariest fucking things ever. And like a soccer net's big. A field goal, 25 yards is not far. And a field goal is really wide.
You're right. That is probably the best, easiest one.
So if you're nervous, you can still kick it somewhat in that direction. And like a penalty kick, like how hard is the other guy trying? Is he a professional?
Yeah, it's
A pro sporting event. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, it's pro.
So a 25-yard field goal, am I kicking? They're snapping it, and I'm out there in my fucking gear.
Yeah, and they're coming at you.
Oh, it's so scary. In a free throw, like you're bouncing the ball. LeBron James like, don't miss it, bitch. And you're just like, oh God. Like you imagine all the players,
all 7 feet tall,
all of
just
them
giant.
looking at you, and you're you,
Yeah,
and you're standing there, and the game's on the line. And if you miss this free throw, you got James, whatever. Pick all the ones from your favorite era and put them there, and they're all just watching you. Fuck, that's scary. 6 foot putt is hard as shit.
That would piss you off so much, though, because how many of you missed like that?
A 6 foot putt?
Yeah,
oh, a billion.
well,
Save
they
your
always just ring out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's whoop.
A 6 foot putt.
You'd replay that the rest of your life.
Like you're nervous. I can't see myself being as nervous trying to hit a 6 foot putt because it's just you and the person you're playing with and your caddies and like the crowd's around.
But it's so quiet.
I know, but no one's being like no one's like, you gotta miss this putt, you
I would
jackass."
rather have the noise
Okay.
because when it's quiet, it's just you feel everyone watching you. When something's quiet, you feel like everyone's just looking at you.
If everyone's just screaming
But if
at
everyone's
you,
screaming, like I don't know, to me, it's like you get
little energy
sort
boost.
of like it's this wall of sound, so it
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. Like it sort of drains out.
Yeah.
But when it's quiet, like if I had it my way and the opposite team was shooting a free throw to try to win, I would tell the audience, everybody shut up so you can hear a pin drop.
You
Just
sure?
to make that guy.
Shush.
Everyone cheers. It's how it always is, and the guy hits it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone shut up for a second and see what happens.
I think there's a couple schools that do the
know what I mean?
do the super quiet. I think it's-
Yeah.
or just shut up. I'm
And
not
then
sure what the
some guys
statistics
like,
are.
"Get a method!
Yeah. Mashed potatoes.
Gravy!"
Gravy. I'm the best at basketball out of all of these sports. I would definitely say that.
Well,
So I'm going to guess that because now I'm thinking more about the 25-yard field goal. And my brain, for whatever reason, just forgot it was a pro sporting event. So it forgets that there's linebackers that can jump 10 feet high on the other side.
it's not you in a high school field just with a tee.
I don't get to even if I kick it low, it can still go through the field goal. I have to kick it up over these jumping linebackers.
Yeah,
And I'm not
remember
sure
when
if I'm
Cam
skilled enough
Chancellor
for that.
was jumping the line and blocking kicks?
Yep.
That's what you're dealing with.
Jumping over him.
World-class athletes.
But you get pro linemen, too, and a snapper and a holder. So
True.
come on.
Yeah, I know.
They're not going to flub the snap on you.
That'd be so fucked up. You pick the 25-yard field goal thing, and they fuck up the snap, and then now you're shunned by society.
Well, you have to recover and try to run it in.
Run it in.
Ray Lewis rips your head off.
He slams you into the ground immediately because you failed it.
And then does his dance, his little Ray Lewis dance.
And then all the black magic kicks in.
And he's like,
And everyone's
everyone
just like,
hates you now.
Boo!
Yeah.
You'd have to you have to leave society. That's something we have to put the little parameters on. Like, no one likes you. You're gone. You're shunned. So you're in a cabin by yourself in the woods. No one will talk to you. No one likes you.
Well, as long as they don't hurt you, it's fine. I don't care if
That's not so
everyone.
bad.
If everyone hates me,
Everybody.
That's
you don't
fine.
get any friends. You don't get a wife. You don't get
that's fine.
all your kids.
I'll
Everyone fucking hates
play
you.
video games.
What about squirrels and animals? Do you have animal friends?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's
you can
Ventura.
have-
Come to me, jungle friends.
Yes, you can have a. I'll just watch.
They're better friends than people are anyway.
That's fair. Yeah, but even with all of that considered, I think I would still go back and shoot a free throw. I think that's just where I have that down the most muscle memory out of all of these. Kick a penalty kick. Fuck me, dude. If there's a professional goalie there, fuck me. There's no way.
Like soccer, everyone, like I make fun of soccer and I joke about soccer, but they're world-class athletes and it takes real skill. So I'm not kicking a goal. That goalie is way far superior than me. All the other sports except for golf and the free throw are just up to you making it. So for me, it's got to come down to the putt or the free throw. And I would say that my better athletic ability goes towards the free throw.
Yeah.
And knowing that I could probably, it's a good chance I could hit that free throw. But it's been a long time since I've even shot a basketball. So.
Yeah. And 6 foot putt.
Do you get warm-ups?
See, that's another thing I was just about to talk about.
No, it says you're dropped
in.
Like Kobe Bryant got fouled and he's going up to shoot the free throws to win, and then they go
A UFO is just like,
and then he dies in a helicopter crash.
crazy. Yeah,
A weird thing.
stuff.
No one else got hurt, and then you have to take his place.
I think he was a peer.
Remember when
Fuck,
he
that
tore
was-
his Achilles tendon?
Yeah.
He went up there and hit the free throws.
Yeah, but it's also Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now you're replacing him.
yeah. People who
And you're in Staples Center. Everyone's depending on it.
just watch the Vegas odds flip like immediately after they watch you
Yeah, but what if you drop some coin?
wearing some huge like oversized jersey and shorts? Like nothing fits your tiny dumb body. It's like bouncing it like look like a 5-year-old.
Well, and
You
Kobe
would.
always had really baggy long shorts. He was part of that era. So you're wearing his
shit.
his uniform now. The shoes are too big. Everything.
Is this ball bigger? It's like what the fuck?
It probably would feel bigger
Yeah, because you just look tiny.
because you look over and there's fucking
Shaq.
7-foot dudes
Yeah,
everywhere.
that'd be awful. All right, yeah, I'm picking free throw. Free throw?
Yeah.
Zach?
Free throw.
Okay. All right, let's move on to what are you thinking about? Because I haven't told either of you guys this story I'm excited to share. Let's roll it.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
Last episode or the week before, I was like, hey, I'm going to Jamaica. I didn't go to Jamaica.
I was going to ask, Jamaica it or not?
Jamaica?
Did you make it?
Did not make it. Travel planner just fucked up everything. But we don't really know what happened. Just on the day of it, there was like some things booked, some other things not booked. And we're like, we're not fucking dealing with this mess. So we instead of waiting till like the very last second to hope it all came back together, just fucking canceled it all and went to Cabo instead.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was awful. I was super disappointed. Did you guys know this? In summertime, in Cabo, it's hot. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
I
Can you
guess so,
imagine?
yeah.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk outside. I was embarrassing to be around. The amount of sweat. Like I would be having a normal conversation with a person. Like if I'm outside, I'm wiping sweat out of my eyes.
Like, this guy's up to something. Look at him. He's nervous.
And I wasn't the only one. And you'd look around, you'd see 100%. It was just a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
White guys. And they just were standing there in their cool shirts. And everyone just wishes they were not there. Like you got everyone's got the happy wife, happy girlfriend. So me and my girlfriend are down there. She's fine. Like she didn't sweat at all. Hardly ever. Unless she was running around. If I was breathing and walking to the bathroom.
If I was alive.
I was pouring sweat, and you'd see it in the other guy's eyes. They just like, fuck, dude. I'm like, I know.
Wish we had a Home Depot to retreat to. Some AC.
So it was fun. If you ever been to Cabo, I thought of a funny shirt. How about Cabo Wobble my asshole? How come that one's not out there? I Cabo Wobbled your mom.
It has to be.
Yeah?
At Sammy Hagar's place.
I looked it up. Cabo Wobble my asshole is not
Cabo wobble your face.
it's not a t-shirt option, but I really wish it was. Had a lot of fun. I got my toenails painted. Got
Yeah.
my first ever pedicure.
You
Yeah,
got a
manicure's
pedi?
up here, right?
Yeah, Manny's in the hands.
Those are weird.
Manny Pacquiao.
You've had one?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you've never?
Nope.
Yeah, me either. That was the first one ever. My girlfriend got her toes painted, and just being funny, I was like, I'll get mine painted too. And I
It's
realized,
hilarious.
I forgot that I had to, I guess, I'm wearing sandals for the rest of like the next 7 months. So,
How come you chose black?
because that's what she got. So I was like, I'll just do the same thing. Zach, pedicure?
I've had them. Yeah, my wife does
Nice.
those.
Hell yeah.
I'm a very lucky guy.
So got that done. All the cool, great food, all that stuff. The coolest shit were the turtles. It was like turtle hatching season.
Yeah, I saw that.
So every night, you just walk out to the beach, and the biggest fucking turtles you've ever seen in your life are just walking up the beach, then use your little flappers and dig down, and then and run back down
Giving
to the
birth.
beach. Yeah, we're just laying all the eggs. So then, whatever, it's like 2 months later, they all hatch, and the birds eat all the babies.
Hopefully they make it to the ocean.
They have like there's groups that keep track the best they can of where these hatching places are, and when they count the days, and they'll go back there and like scare the birds off, so the birds are
No. We love turtles.
no.
I love turtles.
Turtles. So that was really cool, probably the coolest part. And then this was This kills me. This is not the story I want to tell you. But because of the last second change, we went to Cabo, and I didn't tell anybody. Like, no one had any idea where we were going. No one in my family, no friends, no one had any idea that the trip had changed.
That's smart, especially if you go missing.
Yeah, right, exactly. So no one had any idea. And I'm in Cabo, and we had a car, and so we would drive around to neighboring towns. And there's one called Todos Santos. That's about 30 minutes away. So then, like, about 5 days into the trip, my brother's wife posts a picture, and they're in Todos Santos.
Weird.
And we never talked to each other, never saw each other. And we're in the same city at the same time in fucking Mexico.
Wait, did you not meet up with them at all?
No, they'd already left.
They'd already left?
They were in, and we were right by each other, but because we just never talked to each other.
You guys were in, like, the next
It was the
Airbnb over.
the next closest fucking town. And they were there. And just fucking, just never saw them. But that's funny.
Well, I mean, to be fair, how often do you see the person when you're in town? You're like, what?
Well,
I got to see you on vacation too. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I don't want to see you here. Why would I want to see you here?
Hey, let this guy in. So trip went great. Heading back, and we are in I think we're in Seattle. So made that a Cabo. We're in the Seattle airport, and I'm catching my flight back to Spokane. And I'm sitting by my gate, and I'm eating some food. And there's a Mexican fella that comes up, and he sits down on the floor right next to me. Busy time. There's no fucking chairs. We're both sitting on the floor, and he's on the phone. He's only speaking Spanish. So I mean, and very well. And he had no English.
How did you
whatsoever.
know he's Mexican?
Because he looked Mexican and spoke Spanish. Can I move on?
Yeah.
So he's sitting there.
If you feel like
and
you can
he's
move
sitting
on.
there and he's concerned. Yeah, I can see he's nervous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I kind of look at him, and he shows me his ticket, and he's like, see, like he's pointing at his ticket, and he's pointing at the gate. Like, am I getting on this fucking airplane, right? And I look at it, and it says Sacramento, and I look up at the terminal, and the terminal says Denver. And I'm like, no, like you're not in the right spot, bud. And he's like, and I was like, no. And he had like this panicked look. And I was like, come with me, follow me. So I stood up and I walked him over to the board, like trying to help him where it has all the flights on it. And it has a time on there. And it says, and it has the correct airline. And it says going to Sacramento, has the time, and then it has a gate that is on the other side of the airport. And I'm like, I point to it. And I was like, this. I'm like, go. And he's like,
2 minutes.
Yeah, gracias. And he just fucking takes off, running through the terminal with his luggage as fast as he can the other side. And I'm like, oh man, hope he catches his flight. I'm doing a good thing. I'm helping this guy out. So I go back to where we were. And the second I sit down, the lady comes on the intercom. She goes, final boarding for Sacramento, to the one I just made him run away from.
Oh my God.
Yay, Joe.
It said Denver. Like, I don't know, they didn't change the fucking sign, but I guess it was the last, right before we looked up, which is maybe, there's a language barrier, maybe why he panicked. Because he saw it switch to a different, and then he was like, fuck, am I on the right one? So I don't even know what happened to this guy.
The lesson
That's
is
it?
never help.
I hope he made it. I had to get
Obviously, he didn't make it.
I had to get on my plane. And my plane was right next to it, also boarding. And I just went, oh man, I feel so bad.
I love how you did it, and you're like,
oh, I know, that was the part. I was like,
I did a really good thing.
was like,
He
yeah.
wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad he reached out. I mean, regardless of the language barrier, still helped this guy, fly back to his family. He's got I don't know, in my brain, he got like a big party coming up.
Thank God he picked you.
Yeah. And he's like, help me. And I'm like, run. The best thing you can do right now is run to the wrong side of the airport. Dude, that poor motherfucker.
He's cursing your name right now
Oh,
somewhere.
man. And I was trying my best. They didn't make any fucking announcements. It was like this perfect gap of time that we both were sitting there where no one said any announcements about any fucking boarding for this plane. It had a change from Sacramento to Denver at the terminal, at the gate. And then he asked me about it. And then we go to the board, and there is a flight at the same time going to Sacramento that was leaving like in 5 minutes. And I just went, fucking go. Vamonos. We go. Vamano? What's singular you go?
Vamago?
Vamago?
Or vas?
Yeah. go. And he sprint on delay. And he took off. Like he's like, thank you. Fuck, you running. I was like, you did it, Joe.
He probably really, really had to make that flight too.
Really came through for this guy.
Going to
There's like a kidney involved.
Yeah, heart transplant. He's been on the list for 5 years. He's running and he needs a new heart. Like this is how
he
serious,
shouldn't be running.
That's what I'm saying. And it was that important.
And then he got there and had his heart exploded because he knew he wasn't going to make it.
He died of heartbreak. He's like, why would that guy do that to me? Why would this guy do this to me?
Diablo.
Final boarding for Sacramento, and I just went, like my face was like, oh.
And you're like, well, I made my flight.
Like, fuck, can't wait to get home.
His last words were, fuck that gringo.
Oh, I bet it. I mean, absolutely.
You just
broke my heart.
You just had the time of your life in his home country and just you suckled off the teat of Mexico.
And then he came up here and I just sent him. Where the fuck was he going? What happened to him? Like, there was a part of me where I was like, could I run and catch him?
Who goes to Sacramento?
Like the Supersonics? Oh, too soon.
No, they went to Oklahoma City, dog.
It's Oklahoma,
oh, yeah,
buddy.
cool.
The Kings are in Sacramento.
That's right. Go Kings.
That's the capital of California.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe he was trying to become a citizen and he needed to meet with something at the Capitol. I don't know if that's part of what you would do, but imagine like this congressional thing that he had to make.
I know.
And now he's in Denver.
His final hearing to get his brother out of prison. And he had all the evidence. And he couldn't miss it.
And his brother's dead now. He
got shocked. My last thought, and then we'll move on. And this is sad, but it's also true, and it's very human. When I did look at my flight, and I was like, fuck. Like, should I try and run down there and get this guy and bring him back? And I looked at the gate again. I was like, oh, that's really far away.
You're like, God, that's like a mile away.
I swear to God. And I was like, that's literally the other side of the terminal.
He's probably still running towards.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way he was there yet. Like, we were at like N2, and his gate was like at N46.
Dude, what would he?
Like, he was going across the whole fucking thing.
What would have happened if you would have caught up to him and said, no, come back? Would he be like, fuck you? Or would he be like,
I don't know.
And if the language barrier... how are you going to explain that to him that you had the wrong one?
I had to do it on the trip a couple times, type it into my phone and then translate it. Yeah. Because I guess it wasn't working out. How funny would it be? I run down there, I'm sweating. Come on, vámonos. He sprints back with me and I run him right up to the window and go, that was your plane. And it's already out and it's driving down the tarmac.
Taxiing away. I was wrong. That's it.
It was right here the whole time.
Your kidneys on that plane.
Your kidneys on that plane.
You're not going to believe this. Your kidneys on that airplane.
Sorry.
You're not going to believe this.
You're not going to believe this. Now, here, follow me. Just run him around to different gates, showing him when planes are leaving. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
Sorry. I didn't understand.
That one's a 757.
Chalk it up.
Look how big this airplane is. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Muy grande.
Muy grande. See? And he's like, what the fuck? Oh, man.
That poor guy.
I know. I don't know what happened to him, but there you go. Want to move on to some dick? Speaking of me in an airport. You want to take a look at some dick?
Yeah.
All
let's take a look at it.
Follow me down to this gate. Zach, go.
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick big.
Oh, man. Just walking him over to the board. No. Go. Like pointing at it. Can you see? Thank you. And all I did was ruin everything.
You do it and then you just like turn around and do like a little.
Guess who's going to heaven? Back into heaven I go. Helping out people. Okay, so this story sent it. I found whatever. It's fucking on the internet. But Chelsea soccer team, speaking of penalty kicks, was offered £40 million for a shirt sponsorship deal coming in from the adult subscription website. Now Chelsea's been having a hell of a time trying to find sponsorships for their shirts lately. I'm not up to speed on all the soccer football drama. But this particular website is my.club. That's the porn site. Of course, I had to do some research. Checked it out. It's not even a good site. It's like an OnlyFans, but it's sad. It's like it's like MySpace, like now, but it's OnlyFans. It's like they might have built this before all the other shit, and then they just stopped updating it. But they offered to sponsor their T-shirts, and I don't know where it's going to go.
40 million?
40 million. Who knows that maybe the adult website, they know they're not going to do it. So they're using it as publicity.
Yeah.
Totally fine. I mean, and I totally get that. Here we are. It's working for us. We're talking about it. I went to the website and checked it out. I came. I subscribed.
Nice.
You came, you conquered?
I came. I cummed. I
Conquered?
Conquered. That sounds like
I came, I conquered.
Oh, it sounds like a lumpy,
like an old milk.
a lumpy dessert.
It's clump. You jizz in a cup and leave it out in the sun for a week.
Conquered.
It's right up there with spotted dick.
It was spotted conquered.
It's like looking at a fair menu.
I'll take an elephant here and a couple of cum curds.
Deep fried.
Kids, do you want any cum curds?
I mean,
deep fried cum
they have the
curds.
best ones here. You always get the deep fried Oreo. Get some cum curds. Oh man, but
cum curd? Wait,
dude, I can't. So
I just visualize that like at any like a theme park or carnival. And someone's walking around like you're eating the things out. Oh, what are those? Oh, they're cum curds. Where do you get those? Quaint little shop.
Next to the churros.
There's a guy in the bathroom with an air fryer.
just in a cup and frying it all. Cum curds.
Cum curds.
Cum curds here.
Curtis is cum curds.
But it's like it's not sanctioned, so he's like back behind the thing. It's all word of mouth.
No business license.
Right.
You go into a stall, you slide the little door open.
Yeah. I'll take 7,
I'll
please.
take a half a dozen of cum curds.
All you see is his eyeball.
Yeah, it's like one of those clubs where they slide the little thing open. What's the password?
What's the password? Curtis is cum curds. How many do you want? Is that the red or the white?
Can never remember that.
White? Yes. Oh, man. But that got me thinking about something that we actually talked about a long time ago. You and I, before the show, I think was even going. But we were laughing about how stupid and just goofy naming stadiums. Like, how can any business, it feels like any business, sponsor fucking arenas? Like, why is this okay? Like, so I started looking up some of them. Like, there's Smoothie King Center. What? Who the fuck's allowing this? Oh, Whataburger Field.
Wait, how about you go through the top 10?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Cheaper Insurance Direct Stadium.
It's such a mouthful.
Oh, fuck. You guys sitting down at Cheaper Insurance Direct Stadium? The DIDs? The DIDs?
The CIDS? SIDS.
The SIDS.
Oh my God.
You guys gonna head down to SIDS?
It's kids.
It is.
If we pronounce it like we do.
SIDS and kids.
SIDS and kids. Minute Maid Park. That one's been around so long, I feel like but it's still.
I agree. Minute Maid Park, when it first came out, I was like, what? Now it's just like, to me, it's a stadium.
Save on Foods Memorial Center. Tony Macaroni Arena.
Yes.
That's in Scotland.
I know. I'm just picturing like the best team in the country.
Welcome to Tony Macaroni Arena.
Like it was fucking Duke, and they played out undefeated in the Tony Macaroni Arena since '96.
Cameron Indoor Stadium is renamed Tony Macaroni Arena.
Sleep Train, Northeast Delta Dental Stadium. God damn it. KFC Yum Center.
No.
Man, it just goes on and on.
University of Phoenix. Well, University of Phoenix is hilarious anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's so online. And then to name the stadium.
After that.
I always just called it Phoenix Stadium.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lumen Field is pretty dumb. But when you look at all of them, it's not that dumb.
Yeah.
Like Footprint Center, Crypto.com Arena for LA. That one's fucking, that's a lot. Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago.
That one's always made. My computer's dead.
It is? Oh, no. TIAA Bank Field. Like, just Ring Central Coliseum. You guys can't do this. Like, it's just ridiculous that people are getting away with this nonsense.
Well,
is your computer going to work?
We grew up with like Joe Albee State, or like it's named after a guy that spawns
Heinz Field.
Yeah, yeah. But that Heinz Field, like even Safeco Field, came out in '99. I was 16 years old. I didn't really know what Safeco Insurance was, so it was just Safeco Field. It just sounded like a stadium name. And then there was the Kingdom, and then there was like Joe Robbie Stadium. Like all these football. And then once the I remember, I'll never forget when Guaranteed Rate Field came out in Chicago, and I was like, "Oh God, this is the end of like cool stadium names."
Isn't there like a Tostitos bowl thing? And
the naming for the bowls is a whole nother topic.
Oh yeah,
Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, but it's been like that for like 25 years or whatever. But
like, how embarrassing! This
Papa John's Bowl. Like
the last time my alma mater was good at football was the last year that I was there. And we were good and we went to a bowl game where we were good enough to go to a bowl game. And I can't tell you how embarrassing it is to have the banner we won see the Idaho Famous Potatoes Bowl.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Fucking sweet. That's really cool, guys.
We need like a Pornhub bowl or a Pornhub stadium.
Well, what's funny about that is
it's called a potato bowl.
What's funny is they keep making more bowl games for money,
more sponsors.
So it's like everyone's in a bowl. If you win 6 games, you go to a bowl game named after whatever. Like, look for anything.
Literally anything.
Action Pro Signals is on my website.
Action Pro Signals Light Blinker Bowl.
Yeah. And it's like Army versus Grambling State.
It's just
snuck into a bowl game.
They play 4 weeks before any of the actual bowl games.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was wild. I know there's some really funny ones out there, but thought it was funny that would be funny if you saw. That'd be great advertising. Have a porn website on the soccer, especially for Chelsea. That'd be a great little advertising opportunity for you. All right, you want to move on? Take a look at your dick, bro.
Yeah, let me whip it out real quick.
Curds.
All right, Joseph. You ready to hear kind of a sad, just disappointing? I don't even know what you call it.
Is it me in an airport? Joe TripAdvisor Paisley?
Well, we don't know if this guy's alive or dead, and I can tell you a lot of something died here in this story.
Okay.
They are trees, though. So,
that was nice.
If you don't love trees, then
I got to give you.
What was that?
I got to give you props for what you did. Here you go.
Segway.
Oh, that is segue into the story.
That was nice.
All right, trees planted by the city in East Portland 2 years ago are dead because the city didn't water them. Here's a quote. We simply are not set up for, nor have the skills for tree maintenance beyond that.
Beyond just planting
We
them.
can't water trees.
What is that? That's so fucking stupid. It is so funny.
The Portland Bureau of Transportation. God damn it. The Portland Bureau of Transportation used federal infrastructure dollars a little more than 2 years ago to plant about 30 saplings in a grassy triangle in the East Portland neighborhood of Mill Park.
Your mom's a grassy triangle.
Just real quick, since you said that, we've been getting so many messages of people like people kind of like, hey, we fixed your whatever. He's like, your mom fixed. It's just
your mom fixed the window.
it's so funny to me. It's the best comeback. Man. And then you can't follow it up, so then that's it.
All right. How was your experience? Well, ask your mom.
Yeah, how was your mom's experience?
Did we do a good job? I don't know. Your mom did a good job. You're like, what am I doing here? Like, it's so degrading and so stupid. Like, what are they supposed to say back? I just did one the other day. That was pretty good.
I'm waiting for some guy to like actually come back and just be like, fuck, if I get fired, who cares?
He's like, you listen here, you fucking needle dick. Cum curd guzzling piece of shit.
Guzzling son of a bitch.
Cum curd smuggling.
Unsanctioned cum curd smuggling son of a bitch. Big dumb bitch.
Big dumb bitch.
All right.
Okay.
The trees included Douglas firs, Japanese maples, and redwoods. Why would you put all those in? Redwoods are going to grow too big and overshadow the other. According to labels still affixed to the saplings. The city paid a contractor to do the planting over a year-long period and then to water the trees for the next calendar year, filling heavy-duty green bags around the bases of young trees with 15 to 20 gallons of water every week. Seems simple enough.
Sure
right?
does.
The city's contract with that ended in March 31st of this year, according to PB. From that point onward, PBOT, the owner of the triangle, became responsible for maintaining the new trees. So after that contract was up, they're supposed to take over.
Got it.
Just one problem. The Bureau acknowledges it hasn't continued to water the trees. Now, some of the saplings will likely have to be ripped out of the ground, and they are dead or dying of thirst.
Dying of thirst.
There's just
be a sick metal name.
Help me! Water!
Sandy! Water, Sandy! I always think of that whenever someone's really thirsty, that SpongeBob thing. Water! Water, Sandy! Always pops in my head. Oh, man, that is really good. I can't... fucking cities, just government stuff, man.
Portland's killing it.
And
I
this
know.
is funny because like
they planted palm trees.
Right.
She's like, what are you doing? And don't do
it's
that.
weird that the palm trees didn't take off.
Bamboo. None of this shit's working out here. I don't
If
know
you plant a palm tree, you get an in and out. So they might have been doing that.
Damn.
Yep.
That's a good point. I like you.
We should probably do that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having an in and out around.
Portland probably didn't want that though.
Oh yeah, it's not. We gotcha.
This guy says it's a big disappointment, but not surprising. Says Ray Johnson, who lives nearby. I can't help but think that if these trees had been planted in a more affluent part of the city, say the West Hills, they wouldn't have been forgotten to water them.
What's this guy so mad about? This could have been this prettiest triangle.
Doesn't surprise me.
This could have been the prettiest grassy triangle this side of the Mississippi. But no, it wasn't on the west side.
Government.
Wasn't on the west side of the train tracks. So no water for these saplings. Not surprised. 1 out of 5 stars.
Flag for sheriff.
Flag for sheriff. Fuck these trees. But they think the government throwing a bunch of ducks in a pond. They're like, here you go, and then just don't feed them.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck you doing? But it's such a city and government move. It is. It really is.
Like, how hard would it have been? Yeah, I love how we don't have the infrastructure to put water on trees.
Oh, okay. What's the infrastructure needed? A hose? Is that what it is? You can't make one phone call and get a truck with water in it?
Like, how big? 15
there?
to 20 gallons?
Yeah.
That's not that much.
No, they have those giant water trucks. Like, just make one phone call.
You don't even need let's say getting a water truck is tough, right? Let's just say that.
This is a remote grassy triangle.
Yeah. So just get a guy with a truck and fill up like a drum, and all he has to do is tip it over and dump it and come back.
Come back, do it for every tree. It'd be a full day's work, and that guy'd be happy to do it.
Yeah,
I'd fucking do it. I'm just pouring water in trees. Fuck yeah, thanks for $500.
No, you don't have to sit in an office.
No, just upcharge them because it's the government. They won't do their homework. They'll just pay for anything all the time, no matter what.
$500 hammers.
That's right. These are the nicest hammers I've ever seen. But
Hell of a drum.
Hell of a drum. All right, well that's that. That was some fun dick. That's some fun dick. You want to? We did not do a petty beef last week. We're gonna do one right now. You ready?
Oh, we're about to get petty up on him.
Okay, do that. Push the button. Zach.
Violence in the court.
You are now entering the petty beef courtroom, where all sides of some bullshit will be heard and evaluated. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final-ish. This is petty beef.
Joe, we're not in Cabo.
I know. I was about to make a comment about that too. I thought I sweat down here in the studio until now I'm like, never mind.
I love how when the show started, you're like, it's not that bad. It actually feels pretty good.
Man.
I look over at him. He's oh God, you need like a sweatband.
I could water the trees.
Yeah, just take your sweat out there.
Oh man. So this petty beef was sent in by our should probably go to therapy son Brian. With an I, the proper way.
That's why you should go.
It says, hey guys, my beef is with every piece of shit who feels the need to ride a bike where there's no bike lane. The above description, piece of shit, does not apply to people who don't have a car and are just...
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Does not apply to people who don't have a car and are just trying to get from point A to point B. However, if you do own a car and make the conscious decision to put on your spandex and fuck up everyone else on the road, that makes you a cunt. Congratulations, douchebag. I'm happy you're being active, and it's really impressive that you feel confident enough to slide into a bright yellow condom before straddling a dick-shaped seat for a few hours.
Yes.
I have in fact taken to yelling at people on bikes from my car. I roll my window down and tell them, "Get to the fucking bike trail, douchebag!" But how we spell douchebag? Douchebag.
Douchebag.
Flip them the bird, and then go on with my day feeling like I've done the world some good. Am I in the wrong here? Love you. Bye.
He gets the same feeling that you did when you told the guy to run to his gate. He drives off with a big grin on his face. I feel good.
Another one. Another check in the good column.
Yep. Another one.
Pearly
another
Gates.
good deed.
Pearly Gates looking good. Let me right in. I walk around the metal detector. Like, that's how good I'm doing. I get those pearly gates. Don't even search me. I can bring my switchblade.
You get the fast lane into heaven.
The TSA pre-check.
Yeah, the pre-check.
Yeah, the global entry shit. They just let me go. But I have plenty of biker friends. And whenever the funny biker memes,
let's ease up.
What do you want?
You're saying biker.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like now we're visualizing like Harley dudes.
Cycling. Should I say cycling?
Yeah,
friends?
cycling.
Okay.
Yes.
I never called it cycling growing up. Did you? Or
Say
is it biker?
biking if you want, but not biker.
Oh, I got a bunch of biking friends.
Yeah.
That work?
That's way better.
Yeah, that's better.
Cool. That's a good point. That's fair. Love you. Yeah. So I got a lot of biker friends, and I send them memes that come up all the time of they make fun of people, like cyclists just doing whatever the fuck they want all over the road, and more so than them just being on the road. To Brian's point, is when they aren't going fast enough. Right, and you're stuck behind them, and they're in the middle of the fucking road. That's one thing, and then the other one is when they're doing that, but then they just blow through a fucking red light, but then somehow get mad at you and like you're like riding their ass. It's like, no, like you're either pretending to be a car or you're not. Like, you don't get to pick and choose. You don't get to run through a stop sign and then get pissed when I like have to squeeze by you at the next little section. Because you're a car now. So honk, motherfucker.
When you, as soon as you get on the road, I think we talked about this before. Like, I used to do that quite a bit. It was fun cycling, but I always obeyed the fucking like car rules. Like when there's a red light, stop next to the cars. Then when the light turns green, go across with the cars. And I see it all the time. The dude just rolls through, and I'm like, you make every motherfucker who like enjoys this and obeys the rules look like an asshole. So like when I'm out there, everyone assumes I'm that fucking guy on a bike. I'm like, no, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
So I make a conscious effort to stop, maybe even give the guy a nod next to me. Huh?
Hey,
see?
Yeah.
Huh?
You have the helmet with the mirror?
Yeah.
With the little mirror that sticks out?
No, don't have that.
And you wave to him in the mirror? Hello.
Hey, stop, see?
Objects in the mirror.
You know all the turn signals?
Yep, the curvy and the straighty. I think that's all you need, isn't it? Do you need a forwarder?
No, it's
a lefty and a
left
and a
and
down.
then up is right. Yeah, and then this is fuck you.
Yeah, that's like you don't know what I'm
That's
doing
what
next.
the people do to the...
And then when I have
That's
my
a
gun
merger.
out,
Yeah.
when my gun out, it means quit honking at me.
Yeah. But that pretentious...
It's really bad.
It's when they don't do that, and then, yeah, like you yell at them, and they're like, fuck you! And it's like, well, we're supposed to share the road, right?
Here, this is it. This is the best comparison that I can have. Speaking of bikers, I thought that your Crocs looked like a cat. I was like, what the fuck? Chloe? You've been in here the whole time?
Yeah, you're Carl.
So, what was I saying? Okay, here's the best comparison I have. You have like a biker, like a motorcycle fella, and then you have a cyclist, okay? And all the things that are like, hey, save a life, look twice.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Ride a cowboy. It's like, save a life, look twice. And I get all of that. It's just saying there's a lot of motorcycle deaths. And then, but if you're a motorcycle guy that's riding between fucking cars when everyone stops.
Lane splitting?
It's the same thing for cyclists.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, you're like, hey, we share the road. And then we do, and then you weave through everybody. Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, you have a cool little thing that you can do that with. But you're throwing all the fucking safety out the window.
And they haul ass through there.
Yeah. Like one door, dude.
What if someone just like puts their arm out for a little air and you ripped off?
Does the little feely thing.
Like you've been just sitting in a car for a while, you want to stretch out a little bit, and now your arm's gone.
Get a little vitamin D on your palm, because you used to just have the other D in your palm.
Yeah.
You get it.
I watched somebody crash in California doing that.
You guys weave in between.
They haul balls, like
I
you're saying,
know.
even on the outside too.
Yep.
Yeah, shoulder.
And then this is going against Brian in his angriness against cyclists. You can't just only go on a bike path, dude. And like if you had a car, they could only go on the main roads. And because it's like, hey, this one's for monster trucks.
Well, you're not supposed to ride bikes on the sidewalk anymore. So
It's the only place I rode them growing up, but also small town, so you wouldn't be hitting people. Like I wouldn't ride a bike on a sidewalk downtown Coeur d'Alene. Downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Downtown Coeur d'Alene.
So you know what I would do when a lot of those cyclists, it's for recreation too. So like what I would do is for recreation, but I would go on paths outside of the city. Make it like a conscious effort once again to get outside of the city.
Yeah, street biking and like mountain biking and things like that. Yeah, totally different.
Yeah,
totally different.
And if it's for recreation, then you need to like if that's your transportation, obey the fucking road. And a lot of them probably do. But if you're doing it for recreation, and you're not sharing the road. You're an asshole.
Yep. We're on the same page with this one. Either you're going to be a car or you're not. And if you're not strong enough or fast enough to go at least the speed limit, I'll give you even 5 miles an hour below the speed limit if you're on a bike, because you're trying real hard. Like you're still being a little impressive.
If you look like you're making an effort,
right?
Just look like you're making an effort.
But if you're going to be doing the street shit, you better be able to pedal close to the miles per hour, because if you got to pretend you're a car or you're not. That's it. Follow the same rules as everyone else, and that's fine. But if you start picking and choosing what you're going to follow and going slow as fuck and then getting mad and then running stoplights after everyone passes you just to get in front of them again at the next one, it's like, fuck you, man. You know what you're doing and you're being an asshole.
Is this your final verdict?
That's my final verdict. How about you? Zach, you feel the same way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what's funny about this whole thing, though? What? It's like you look at our roads and then you look at roads in like other countries, like smaller countries, it's just pure chaos. There are no streetlights.
I loved driving in Mexico.
Cars, it's just insane.
Dude, I thrived. Like I'm a pretty safe driver, but driving in Mexico is really fun. Really, really fun. Like just this, I don't even know if there is a stop sign.
No,
not a single one. I mean, they're there, but no one's stopping. Them. No, everyone's just on a bumper to bumper, like I guess if I hit you, that's fine.
You become the danger if you stop at a stoplight. You're the problem.
Yeah, I remember using my turn signal for like a little bit, like when I first got the rental, and I was like,
don't need to do that anymore.
I was like, well, I just grabbed it and snapped it off. I was like, I'm gonna need this anymore.
Like no more arm space.
Just threw it out the window with all the other trash. There's so much trash everywhere that blows my mind. Dude.
There's
pile of blinkers,
pile of signal blinkers off the side. People picking them up and taking them like car part places because there's so many of them.
They had like PSA commercials, like please
stop throwing your blinkers out the window.
You can leave them on the car. It's fine.
You just don't use them. Yeah, right. Fucking waste of gas. I mean, weight's weight. Am I right? Get the shit out of here.
You might save a quarter of a gallon over 100 miles.
The lifetime of the car. Over 100 years, you might save 1/8 of a tank of gas if you throw your blinker out the fucking window.
I'll never forget.
What's the science?
The first time we went to Mexico, my wife, our son was a year old. And she was very much like, I grew up in the country, so like, not in the country. I grew up in a small town, but spent a lot of time in the country. And like, we would just drive with, no seatbelt, or like you would just drive and, there was a little more chaos.
Sometimes your little brother would tumble out the back car.
You're in the back of a truck. You just do stupid shit. Not that it was good or safe, but you did it.
Yeah.
And so she grew up in the city. She wasn't used to that kind of stuff. So like, if we were in a parking lot and I just had to go from here like 100 yards, I'd be like, it's fine. They don't need. And she's like, no, they need to be buckled up. That type of thing. And so we go to Mexico and we get in a cab. And there are no seatbelts, and there were no car seats. And she was just like, well, there's nothing else we can do. So she just like, she had him in the front pack thing and just holding him tight.
Like that's how physics work?
Yeah. And she was just like, well, but it was kind of like a win in Rome thing. Like, we don't have a choice.
God, I love that.
But
like what you're doing in that situation by hugging the baby.
Yeah.
It's just making sure you smash the fuck out of the baby if you get in a car accident.
Yeah.
Like
you're safe. It's like a little cushion between you
little
dying.
Baby airbag.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. And then the last year when we went, same thing.
Yeah.
It was just like, we have 2 kids now, and we're just like, hope we get there.
Yeah. So Brian, if you thought cyclists were bad here in America, go see some the moped riders and cyclists down in Mexico.
It's insane.
It's a fucking disaster. Okay, well, I'm with you. Just follow the rules of the road and everyone's fine. I found this next thing is it's not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to explain it the way I need to.
Now do it justice.
I'm not, but I'm gonna try as hard as I can. Okay. Zach.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
Yeah! Hoping neither of you have heard about the Line project.
So far, no.
Huh?
The city.
Yes.
I've heard of it.
So you've heard of it?
Yes.
Have you followed up and looked at it?
I've seen some pictures, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a weird future.
So it's in Saudi Arabia. It's going to cost well over $1 trillion. Okay. And what they're doing is they're building like an entire millions of people city in a straight line of buildings. No cars. All the food is grown inside there. You live within like the rule. It's like 5 minutes within anything you need ever. Like whether it's food, shopping, for like socializing, getting on a tram and heading to the other side of the city where there's other shit. Because there's no car, so you can get from that end to that end in 5 minutes because nothing's in the fucking way. And like the top minds in the world are all working on this thing. And there's a short video I'm going to play for you now that'll do hopefully some explaining of what's happening. But if you are interested in this stuff, do hop online. You just have to look up the Line Project or NEOM. NEOM. I think that's the company that's building the line. So here, let's see what this does for you.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
It's fucking Wall-E shit.
Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable.
What could go wrong?
The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on Earth seen before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
Like it seems like something like a fake ad you'd see in a sci-fi fucking movie.
It's like Elysium or something.
Yeah, how insane is that? I love watching Brian's face when he was watching it for the first time. He was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, hope nothing catches on fire.
I'm assuming there'll be like
there'll be drop walls. They'll section it off.
Yeah, it'll be like a major boat or whatever when the shit seals off and you can.
Well, they won't build everything out of wood, so it can't exactly just all set on fire. Would probably be a pretty smart play on that part.
So how long is this? Have they started or is it still in the?
They just started.
How long is it supposed to take?
4,000 years.
Yeah, like pyramid shit.
I don't know. I think it's going to be quite the task. I can try and look it up really quick.
Unless the alien shit is real and we have the technology that they've been working on and they're just waiting to unleash it.
Let me see. Yeah, that'd be awesome. The Line
built in like 3 years. Could you imagine that?
I'm guessing there's going to be a couple of setbacks.
It's made of all glass. I mean,
Yeah,
they
glass
have a lot
window.
of sand.
Well, it's going to be mirrored on the outside, which is
Well, it reflects light so that you can control the atmosphere inside better.
That's a fuckload of oil, since oil goes into glass too.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Well, it's in Saudi Arabia, so that's good.
They have abundance of it there.
Yeah, but they were talking about carbon footprints. It's like, well, now that we've,
Well, no, they're going to get all the oil. That's the last of it.
There you go.
So they're doing the world good. You have to move
They're
on.
sucking all the oil out so we can never use it again.
So we have to move on to something else.
Right.
Sweet. Yeah, they're just taking it out. The one number I keep seeing it says 2030. Fucking good luck. I mean,
2030?
If you work relentlessly, massive crew, but it says like the amount of jobs that it's giving. Like building it is like 240,000. Saudi Arabia, I'm sure other investing companies.
Oil.
Like I do, if you can pull it off, and if you do, it's pretty fucking sweet.
The wall's going to be like the wall in fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
serious.
500 meters.
That's crazy.
That's 3.5 football fields.
Nice.
Kidding, but
it's not.
Yeah,
500 meters.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, football field 3 yards, which is
grab the calculator quickly. The abacus.
like 2 football fields.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Barely one.
Would you go visit that place?
Yes, I would absolutely. I love that stuff, and having all the services be automized. I'm really
just robots flying all over.
Automated.
There we go. What the fuck were I saying? Automized?
Automized, baby.
Is that a word? Is that when you're getting sodomized by a robot?
Automatically.
Getting automized?
Autobots.
Assemble! For sure, because
they're not going to let people, once it's full, they're going to be like, get the fuck out of our awesome thing that you don't have.
They're just like, no. They lock all the doors. My big wall.
No line for you.
Yeah.
9 million people.
Fuck. I know. Which
would hold New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about New York.
Yeah, and just then put it in one line. That's only 200 meters wide. If this interests you, just head online.
Well,
and look
170 kilometers long is what it said.
Yeah.
So from Moses Lake to Seattle, long.
Really?
Roughly 175 miles.
Oh yeah.
So whatever the conversion rate is.
How's Moses Lake doing? Is the fountain on?
Still there.
Nice.
Still there.
But yeah, if you're interested in learning more about this, just go on the internet and check it out. All right, let me show you.
Pretty wild.
It's fucking insane. Something I found might help. It's not useful for us and where we work, but be helpful for a lot of people. Ready? Okay. Hey, Zach.
Zacky Poo.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome! Yes! This is a website, very easy to remember, fakeupdate.net. I bet you know where this is going. So, when I was, pretty young, I was probably in college, but there was like a website you could go to that you could like hide this, my boss is coming. And so you could like click it or go to this website or a program that you could open, and it just opens up like a spreadsheet or some shit. This website,
or you could just have a real spreadsheet open and switch
between the two. Yeah.
But
fakeupdate.net, no matter what system or operating system you have, they have a little thing you can click on it, and it shows you a fake update. So right now I'm on Windows 7 Professional. If you want to bring it up on the screen here, Zacky Poo. What the fuck? Oh, there. Nope, that's not it. That's your computer. What are you doing out there?
Zach,
Jesus Christ.
I'm fucking trying to put a toothpick in my mouth.
Where were you? Just one of those like awful timing.
Killing it.
He's out there just fucking jerking off.
He's pushed every button.
I'll just push them all and see which ones work.
He was looking at that porn site, the MySpace.
That's right.
Whatever it was.
I panicked.
My.club. But it just does like a real update, which I think is pretty funny. So she gets full screen it. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We're both just killing it. Like Apple. So you just open up this shit. It just bring up an Apple bar. Zach. Stop, goddammit.
If you could be so kind.
Having a great time.
What is happening?
Having a good time out there. But it just shows you like a fake Apple update. I just think it's a pretty funny, useful thing in the office space. Where like you want to fuck around your phone a little bit, and they walk by and they can't be like, hey, what are you doing? So So you don't have to do like the hide my screen boss shit. It's just like, oh shit, update. So that's why you're on your phone. You're waiting for the computer update. You can't really do anything.
Well, then the boss would be like, isn't there something else you can do? Go pick up a broom.
Yeah, when I was your age.
I didn't wait around for work. I went and found it.
And you know what I always say? You're fucking the mussy. Things can get messy. Hey,
eat too much cumstard.
Cumstard
gets a little mussy.
Get in the dumpster. What?
You always say that? What?
It's the first time I've ever heard you say that. Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what my dad used to say. But the like the fake update. Oh, there's times for sure that I know that I was like caught fucking around. Where I'm like, whoop, like even if they're walking from the other direction, the fluorescent from the screen
completely changes.
Like, it's just like blue, white, and they come over and you're like
wearing glasses. You just see like it comes over update.
Tumblr, MySpace, what a little spreadsheet.
Oh hey.
Oh, whoa,
and then your demeanor changes to you. Oh yeah, I was just checking the inline specs and the rotary girder and the
checking the inline specs on the outboard motor. We don't of the new boat. Like we work in radio. Fuck. I was just checking out this new car that we're getting shipped in. Joe, we don't work. Fuck.
It's a giveaway.
Once again, this is not, we don't work at a dealership. Oh, shit. That's right. All right. You want to hear from some of the kids?
I would
Read
love
some
to.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Zach, fucking so scared.
All right. Let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
Nailed it.
I'm killing it.
First try.
Woo!
All right, our first
Whatever.
email.
Yeah.
So much just happened right there. Can I get a It just feels like it's been a while. There we go. I wasn't sure if it was on the board anymore.
Oh, it's there. It's right there.
Put it on the board.
It's a free square.
Our first email coming in from our fair-hating daughter, Blue.
Come, Kurtz. Here we go.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
I don't have a hot air balloon story, but I do have a horrible...
Stop reading. Look, sorry, next.
Boo! If it doesn't have a fiery hot air balloon, I don't want to hear it.
Well, nothing to do with this. Okay, sorry.
I do have a horrible one involving a carnival ride.
Fun.
Okay. This happened when I was 17 back in my hometown. We just had a hearty Italian dinner and headed to the shitty county fair. You know that game.
Mm-hmm.
The only adult ride there was a swing boat that looked like it was about to fall apart.
I know that one.
But being the dumb kids we were, we decided to hop in. My brother and I sat on the top where there were about 8 more people under us on that side.
Okay, I can picture it.
5 minutes in, shit started to go south. Not only was the boat creaking like hell, but the wooden boards, we, as in everyone on board, were sitting, God damn it!
We're sitting on?
Sitting on, we're coming off loose.
Okay. Got it?
Just say coming loose.
Got it.
The screaming gradually increased to the faster and higher the boat went. At one point, we were at the highest. My whole body peeled off the seat, and I was hanging like in the monkey bars. It was fucking terrifying.
That sounds awful.
Everyone's screaming. And remember the Italian dinner? Well, my brother decided to shower everyone on the boat with spaghetti puke.
No.
The attendant never stopped the ride. We just held on for dear life until it was over. That was the first and last time I got on any carnival ride. I'm sure the statistics of shit gone wrong with rides has to be up there with hot air balloons. I agree. Sorry for the long email. Your scarred for life daughter, Blue.
Man.
I just picture the attendant just like, this is going on. He's just like...
It's the best day ever.
He's just like picking at something or...
Yeah. He's sewing together a hole in his leather gloves. His fingers leather gloves. I know this ride. This ride. The last time I was on this fucking ride, something similar happened. Where my buddy TJ, who was just that kid, crazy fella, always doing crazy shit, and we were riding the fucking Sea Ray, I guess what it's called, the big boat that goes back and forth, and he kept fucking off. And he kept like jumping out of his seat at the top while holding on to the...
because he wanted to come up out of it. Yep.
Come and float. And he kept on doing it higher and higher. Like, and he was like up to like, felt like my shoulders like popping out of the seat. Because all it has is that one metal lap bar. Because you're not supposed to be jumping.
You're right.
And he jumped when it was high. And his knees came out and he flipped over into the seat in front of us. and then just held onto the bar and laughed. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And the attendant didn't do shit. Didn't do a fucking thing. And we were the only 2 people on it.
It's just like he didn't even know what happened.
We weren't lost in the crowd. Like, we flipped out of it and fell
They have insurance.
into the other seat. And we're laughing so hard. And I'm starting to get sick. So when we get off, we're laughing and I'm throwing up. Like, as we're getting off the ride. And I'm sure the guy was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these kids? And that was the last time I rode that thing. That little boat ride is just gone ever since then. So,
as an adult, going to a carnival or a fair now, it's like, how it's kind of like the hot air balloon thing. Like, how are they allowed?
There should be a cemetery here.
A traveling cemetery.
Every fairgrounds has a little cemetery. And you're like, well, that's just, you win some, you lose some.
You lose some.
You gotta spend money to make money. It's just like, what doesn't relate?
It doesn't relate at all.
Listen, what? The kids are all scared? Yeah. I know there's a graveyard right here, and a couple of those plots look new. I get it.
Most of them are circus clowns.
But a lot of stuff in life is not safe.
Right. Every time I get in the car and go to work, it's not safe. Right. You could die doing anything.
It could be my last day doing that. Just because there's a graveyard of tiny bodies over here next to the Gravitron doesn't mean there's no fun to be had.
Well,
stamp your fucking hand and go in the fun house.
With the tiny bodies, you could fill more of the more bodies per square inch or whatever.
Yeah, just picture like some fuck, dude.
They set it up like the line.
I just want like it needs to be a ride too. Like
the cemetery,
the plots are all spinning around, like on display. It's a bunch of dead bodies in a Gravitron,
right?
Squished against the walls.
They're strapped in, just down and just deteriorating over time.
Just getting peeled into the seats. Whew. Anyway,
that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, but I'm with you. There's some rickety ass shit. Seeing like the pegs lift up on the kiddie roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then it goes back down on a stack of wood that someone put there.
I've seen a video.
What, am I putting my kid on this shit?
Dude, the video of, that one that's like, it's got like 2 or 3 rows and it goes like, goes in a circle.
Yeah, the rock star.
Yeah. So I've seen videos of that where it's coming up off the ground and like dads are running over and like trying to hold the weight down so it doesn't tip over.
And they saved them.
Yeah, and so then when that ride was over, they went to the next town and set it up again.
When that ride was over, those families just went right next door to the fucking roundup.
Right. Like nothing happened.
You think your fair day's over, or some kid was still still complaining that they had to leave. I want to do the super slide. Mm-hmm. You almost just died.
Didn't you see what happened?
We are leaving the fucking fair, Junior. Fuck your potato sack. We're not going on that stupid slide.
Dude, it's crazy when you think about, like, they must make so much fucking money, though. You'll go spend $30 on a game to win a prize that would have cost you
30 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for every item that costs them 10 cents to make, they make $30 on.
Or every time, like, you go into a fun house, like, what's the funding for all those LEDs? Oh, crazy. Like, you're paying gas and LEDs.
And carnies.
Well, I'm not even sure if they pay them. They pay them in
just drugs.
Cum curds. I don't think it's a fair trade. you walk into the manager office. Sir, sorry to bother you. Take your hat off.
I didn't get my cum curd ration.
Sir,
excuse me. This is like Tiny Tim.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. May I come in,
Mr. Barnum?
It's all AC.
It's like Dr.
And he's just sitting like in a gold chair.
It's like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, that kind of villain.
Scarface look, but instead of cocaine, it's cum curds. And he's like, how may I help you? Sorry, sir. I know you're a busy man. But I just counted my cum curds ration for Tuesday. And
I'm short.
And I'm sure it was an honest mistake, but I only got 11 when I'm supposed to get 12.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Yeah, throws a cum curd at him. Get out there! Fuck!
Or
the tilt-a-whirl's not going to run itself. I tell you every fucking day.
The tilt-a-whirl's not going to run itself. I just picture
because if it could, you wouldn't fucking work here.
I could put a robot.
I'll put a robot up tomorrow. Do you want your job or not? Take your 11 cum curds and hit the road. God. Close the door fast. It's fucking hot out there.
You're letting all the cold air out.
He leaves it open. The last thing you see is him with a handful of cum curds. What, you bored in the barn? Shuts his trailer to his AC fucking manager office. All right, let's.
I just saw it actually going another way too, where the guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, you think you deserve that? Yeah," and then he ends up in the cemetery.
Right? Yeah, you think
and a new guy's working the tilt-a-whirl.
You only got 11, huh? He goes, huh? What makes you think you deserved a dozen?
Just eating him.
Just a fucking all on top of his desk is just air fryers, and cum shots.
Pushes a button.
Sorry, sir. Can you? Huh?
Can't hear you over the AC.
Can't hear you over the AC and the 15 air fryers cooking all my cum. Speak up. Here, toss him a megaphone. What do you need? Oh, what a scene. Just the biggest dickhead carnival boss ever. Oh, what a good.
How could you not run a carnival and not be a dick, though?
There's no way.
Like dictator?
Yeah. Because you have to be. No
how
one
do you
gives a
convince
shit.
these people
to listen?
To go do their job?
Never. You never would. You would never get them to fucking do anything.
Just cracking whips.
Yep.
That's how the whole thing started. You had the guy that was fighting the lion in the circus.
That's right there.
That guy split off, started a carnival.
He got eaten by a lion. So that wasn't a good idea. Oh man. Well, I think that's a pretty good spot to call it. Whew. You happy with show 61?
I am.
Me too. And thank you to everybody who continues to support us and signing up, all the new ones. Welcome to the fucking gaggle.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That was a good one. Oh, yeah. You can sign up, support us, pick from one of the 3 tiers at patreon.com/canyoudon'tpodcast. Be sure you head on over and check out Uncle Zach's stuff. You also have a Patreon.
No, I don't.
For Scatcast. I know a lot of people sharing between the two of us right now, and that's lovely to see. Creating a nice, funny fucking universe of complete nonsense.
Basically. Poopy nonsense.
Oh, yeah. There's just so much good stuff. And everything that Zach does, all the episodes he releases every single week, you can find them at scatcast.com. Scat with a K. Why did they stop the music? That was silly. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Got the YouTube channel. And just a quick note about the video version of Can You Don't. We are moving out of this studio here in like a month. Like 3.5 weeks-ish. So we're figuring out where we're going. We're trying to get it all set up. We just know that the video version of it is likely either going to go away for a little bit until we figure out, or it's going to be dialed back a little bit. But we're getting it all figured out and trying to get the new space set up and ready to go. But we're excited to make the move and get out of here. If you have something you want to see on the show, you can
because my taint is hot.
It'll be nice to have some sort of climate control of anything, of any chance of knowing what it's going to be like in here.
I want to know what it feels like to run a carnival. You know what I mean?
I get you, yeah.
Like to have an abundance of cold air.
Yeah. Have something you want to see on the show, email it in to heyguys@canyoudon'tpodcast.com. Rate and review us. Thanks to the babysitters that moderate the page. All right, I just have a fact that I didn't know, but I'm going to hit you with it right now to wrap up the show.
Excited to hear it.
Zack.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
I'm over here wiping sweat out of my eyes.
You're so sweaty.
Just like vacation. Feels like I'm still on.
So popping my Crocs off.
Did you know in several countries, some new brides place tiny bags containing chicken's blood into their vagina prior to intercourse to prove that their hymen was intact before marriage?
Great planet we got here.
Yeah. And they also do the same thing, but with sheep's blood?
Brian's got the best look on his face.
Yay, religion.
All I can hear is just the buzz of something. It's so quiet. That's insane.
I know. Just so when you stick that dick in, it pops and you're like, see? I love you.
See? Yeah, I wasn't fucking around.
The guy's testing it. Just fucking chicken blood. Like, runs it down to the chicken blood laboratory.
I need this checked ASAP.
I need you to check this. Is this hymen or is this chicken blood? Put it. Rubs his fingers on the slide.
It's chicken hymen.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna believe this, sir. It's a fucking chicken hymen. Oh, okay. So that means she's a virgin? Yes, it does. But how crazy! I had no idea. But it makes sense, and of course, I believe it 4,000% because humans are fucking crazy.
Good for them getting out and getting some dick before they're getting married.
Good for them. Arts and craft skills. Putting some chicken blood in a tiny bag.
They're going out and getting some
tail
pipe laid and then
backtracking.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for them. You got it. You go
ladies,
do it.
Ladies, you should have a good time too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just the men's.
Not just the ones with the pokers.
Tread. Yeah. Not the strong ones that run the world.
Right. Not just the gun. The holsters need to have fun too.
Tread.
You know what I mean? Okay. Well, all of the silly geese. We'll talk to you guys in the bonus part, kids. We'll see you guys next week.
Man.